Okay, and you can hear me okay there?
I can hear you fine.
Excellent. Rightio, so the control is exactly the same as what we saw in the classroom there. We have the pedals down in front of us there, a left and a right hand pedal, so if you bring your feet up into those, about the balls of your feet is where you want to have them. Sure. Just have a little bit of a squeeze of them there on the ground. You can feel they move quite easily, there's not a lot of resistance. Sure. Okay, so they will move fairly easily there. The cyclic in our right hand there, so bring that into position there, fingers down the back, that's it, thumb across the back. Now the thing with the Robinson cyclic there is this movement here is to pass the control between pilots.
Okay.
Okay, it's only when we manipulate the actual entirety of the system here that we get a change in the pitch of the blades or the disc there to get the aircraft to change attitude. Okay, so just keep that in mind.
Yep.
So when we fly, just have your arm resting on your leg and your fingers as such. Have a feel of that now, just feel how light it is. See how
it is, isn't it?
No movement at all. If you look at the tips of the blades there, you can see that a tiny movement inside equates to a very big change in the disc attitude there, so that's why it's so sensitive. We do have this massive range of movement.
Right.
But that's more so we can fly the aircraft in different C of G or centre of gravity configurations. So we've got a lot of weight in the back. We need the helicopter, the stick will be forward like this, but then we just move it in the small points there. Same if we had a lot of weight in the front, the stick will be back like this, and we move it in the small points there.
Okay.
So that's the reason why we have that huge range of motion, but we still only fly it very sensitively with small inputs there. Okay, the last point there is, or the last control there is our collective down on our left.
Right.
So we've both got the same there. I've got mine down by my left hand side, yours is there. You can see the grip there.
Yep.
Throttle on the end of the grip.
Okay.
Above 80%, which is above 80% rotor RPM there. It's automatic, it looks after itself.
Okay.
Below that we manipulate it to bring it up to 100%. So we just hold that on the grip there, so left hand down there, that's it. And that's how we hold it there, nice and gingerly there. And yeah, basically up and down, nice simple movement there.
Okay.
Okay, so what we'll do is, as I said in the briefing, is I'll taxi the helicopter out and I'll hover it. I'll do the takeoff, and then from there I'll give you control of the helicopter in various different combinations to see how it all performs.
Great.
Okay. Excellent. So we have to get our clearance from the ground controller and then we'll get going. Ground g'day again, helicopter Yankee Mike Delta in the parking area dual for a Coogin return flight not above 1000, request taxiing airways.
Mike Delta, operate over water southbound at 1000 feet, squawk 1701.
Squawk code 1701 and over water southbound 1000 and Yankee Mike Delta ready to taxi.
Mike Delta, taxi helipad.
Taxi to the helipad, Yankee Mike Delta. Okay, so pop all your hands and feet on the controls there. You can hang on and feel what I do to make the helicopter fly. So left hand down the collective. I'll talk you through it as we do it. The first thing I'm going to do is open the throttle there to bring the engine up into its operating range.
Okay.
As I do so, when we go through 80% there on the tachometers, which is the right hand gauge there, you'll feel that that's actually the governor doing it itself now.
Oh, okay.
We've brought it up there into the range.
Right, yeah.
We check our T's and P's, everything looks correct, which it does.
Pressures, yeah.
And then we're ready to go flying. So to get the aircraft in the air, we want more lift, so we're going to use the collective first, and I'm going to control it with the pedals, and I'm going to control it with the cyclic to keep the same position. So it's nice and light on your feet there. Okay. Clutches are adjusting there. Okay. Check all the frictions are off, which they are, and we're ready to go. So raising the collective there, which is increasing the pitch on both blades, increasing the lift out of the disc there. I'm looking out the front, gingerly bringing it up into the air there. Okay, once we're stabilised in the hover, you can feel tiny little inputs there, but not a lot. Check it's all clear. I'm going to bring the tail around to my side where I can see that it's clear. We're going to taxi out to the helipad now. So on the ground here, my pedals are controlling the direction we face. Okay. Once we get into the air and start flying in forward flight, we're going to control our balance. Those are still our speed control of the cyclic fore and aft. If I want to taxi fast, try and push it forward or gently apply pressure forward. If I want to go left and right to control the path over the ground, it's left and right. Okay. Gold Coast Tower, helicopter Yankee Mike Delta, the pad ready.
Yankee Mike Delta, clear for takeoff, make left turn.
Clear for takeoff, make left turn, Yankee Mike Delta. Okay, a lot of people expect now the helicopter to go straight up. Yep. But like an aeroplane, we like to get forward airspeed first. So to increase our speed, we tilt the disc forward by pushing the cyclic forward. That accelerates the aircraft. Keep accelerating the aircraft till we get to about 30 knots. As the aircraft comes up to 30 knots, we raise the power there.
And off she goes.
And fly away.
Let approach know if that cloud's a problem. I think they want to climb you over land this time around. Contact approach.
So flying away, you can feel all the inputs there, even though we had a massive change from hovering to go forward flight. The inputs on the controls were very small.
Very small, yeah.
Very sensitive there.
Yankee Mike Delta, request early left turn.
Early left turn, Yankee Mike Delta. Okay.
Big plane coming in, eh? Get us out the way.
You feel how we, even just to make a left turn there, that's about a 20-degree angle of bank. You can feel tiny input there to make us go into a left turn.
So now that you're up in the operating, you don't need to input RPM again. That just,
it looks after itself.
Now.
Yep. So whenever we raise the collective, there will be a requirement for more throttle to maintain RPM.
Okay.
But the governor senses that and looks after that itself.
Wow.
Okay, so we still monitor it.
Yep.
Because in a perfect world it would never fail, but sometimes it can fail. So we're always looking out for things like that.
Sure.
But for the most part, the governor system senses any changes and either closes or opens the throttle as required to maintain the correct RPM. So the first set of controls we'll look at is the cyclic, and as we do that we'll use the reference point of the horizon to see how the cyclic inputs change the attitude of the aircraft.
Okay.
Okay, so we said the 4.5 cyclic is our speed control. So if we look out at the horizon there, we're going to gently push forward on the cyclic there. You can see the horizon's now higher in our screen, our nose is lower, and the aircraft's starting to accelerate there. Okay, so we're going faster as a result of tilting our lift vector forward, and our airspeed's increasing there on our airspeed indicator. And we do the opposite now, and we'll raise the nose by pulling the cyclic aft. Okay, the horizon sits lower in the nose there now, in the windscreen. Okay, and our speed's starting to come back slowly there. So that's our speed controller. So I'm going to give you control of the cyclic there. What I want you to do is just look out to the horizon, have a feel how sensitive it is there, and just gently squeeze it forward and see the change in speed.
Delta Charlie Alpha, Tower.
There we go. That doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't. You end up chasing it too, don't you?
I'm just going to do a turn as we do that, and then once we roll back out, I'll get you to put our cyclic in, and you'll feel the change in speed. The other thing you'll probably notice there is when we push the nose forward, our speed increased, but we also sank. The reason for that is because we've taken lift that was pointing straight up and pointed some of it forward, so we've now got maybe 10% less lift going up, so that goes into 10% forward airspeed, but we lose that height easily. Okay, so right hand back on the cyclic there, and gently bring the cyclic back, that's it.
Oh wow, isn't that gentle?
Yep.
Oh, blimey.
And we're now starting to slow down.
Yep. And the attitude change really big there, didn't it?
Report ready to track northbound traffic, just airborne, the company 44 to follow you.
Report ready northbound and copy company traffic, and we're able to operate not above 1,000 Yankee Mike Delta.
Yankee Mike Delta, operate not above 1,000.
Not above 1,000 Yankee Mike Delta. Okay, now let's have a look at left and right. So once again we use the horizon as our reference point there. Okay, and what I want you to do is gently just push the cyclic to the left, squeeze it to the left. You can see the aircraft's now turning or banking relative. It's alright, just hold on to that control, that's good. Okay, and you can see now as a result we're turning. We go back the other way there. So gently, that's it. The aircraft rolls first, and then it starts to turn in the direction there. But once again, you notice the sensitivity and how easy it is to change that.
There's no input.
Right. No, so that's basically the cyclic there. So what we'll do is what I want you to do, looking at the front there at the horizon, I want you to keep the horizon cutting through the centre of the windshield about the same spot.
Okay.
And I want you to have a go at just following the beach down as we fly along there. Okay. So about this distance off the beach. Yep. And you've got control of the cyclic.
Okay,
and I'll look after the other two controls there. So the key is just to keep the picture out in front of us the same. Obviously we're going to roll little bits left and right to turn, but as long as we keep that horizon cutting through in the same point, the helicopter's going to stay at the same speed. Of course, up and down is our speed. It's really good. Great.
I'm just so surprised at the inputs, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it almost seems telepathic at times, and rather than making control inputs, we're almost squeezing it in the direction we want to go, applying pressure where we want to go. Sure. The aircraft reacts. Okay. Thanks, Leah. And what I'm going to do now is take control from you there. Okay, so keep your hands and feet on the control center and just feel what we do.
1544.
They say the hover's the big one for choppers. Is that right?
It's a fairly compared to normal flight, it takes a little bit more skill to master, but all the skills you're learning to fly the helicopter in forward flight translate into hovering, so you do sort of, it is an easy stepping stone between the two.
Point danger. Do not proceed past. Report approaching.
Clear 7 at point danger. Report approaching. Delta Charlie over.
Yankee Mike Delta's ready, base.
Helicopter Yankee Mike Delta, remain east of taxiway Charlie at all times for 737 departing to the pad, clear to land after landing, taxi to park.
East of Charlie at all times, and the helipad clear to land from the helipad, taxi to parking, Yankee Mike Delta.
And Mike November uniforms ready, parking area for immediate departure.
Mike November uniform, hold on the ground.
Hold on the ground, Mike November uniform. Just target A, Virgin 1830.
Okay, and once again, like an aeroplane, we fly down a glide slope to land, so just as we took off on an angle and got airspeed first. When we come into land, we fly down a glide slope, just like an aeroplane does to a runway. The reason we do that is it allows us to be better situated if we were to have any problems with an engine failure and things like that. Okay. So the difference we have between a helicopter and an airplane is we have the ability to keep slowing down the whole way down this approach angle. Unlike an airplane slows down to 100 kilometres an hour or so and has to hit the runway at that speed, we come down on the same angle as an airplane, but we have the luxury that we can slow down until we arrive at a hover at the bottom there.
Okay.
But it's the same principle there.
You sight the 73 just airborne off to your left.
A-firm, Delta Charlie Alpha.
Delta Charlie Alpha, roger. Maintain separation, caution wake turbulence, and yes, track via Terranora Lakes for an amended right circuit to the helipad.
Terranora Lakes for a right circuit, Delta Charlie Alpha.
Virgin 1830 from 7 miles Gold Coast, cleared visual approach.
From 7 miles Gold Coast, clear visual approach, Virgin 1830.
Mike November uniform behind the Silver 44 in your 4 o'clock inbound, taxi to the pad behind.
Behind the 44, taxi to the pad, Mike November uniform.
Virgin 1544, contact approach.
Approach 1544, sir.
Great.
There we have it. We finish off by stabilising in a hover using the pedals and cyclic, and we gently lower the collective to we're on the ground.
Uniform delay for wake turbulence separation.
That's us.
Full waiver at Mike November uniform.
Uniform clear for takeoff, mate.
Okay, the last thing we do is we roll that throttle back.
Clear for takeoff, left hand, caution wake turbulence.
Closes the throttle and reduces us from our 100% or 102% RPM there.
Delta Charlie Alpha,
back
wind
down to our ground idle RPM there.
Fantastic.
And extend right downwind until...
Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that.
Mate, absolutely fantastic.
Right circuit,
Pop that headset and the seatbelt on.
Good on you, mate.
If you've got any more questions, I'll probably be in the aircraft for a little while, but grab any one of the other team there and they'll be able to answer them for you.
No worries.
Excellent. I'll just, if you've got your pass there, I'll just quickly copy the details off it.
One.
Fantastic, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day.